it is the Food Truck Lady, and today I am here with Mr. Felipe, the man himself.
Hello, how's it going?
Really, Felipe? That's how you're gonna sound? Okay, so let me tell you the story about me and Felipe. I met Felipe, when did we meet?
We met last October.
Okay, so when I met Felipe was just starting his food truck business. Like, he was literally in the process of, you were building it, right?
Building it.
Okay, so we're gonna talk to Felipe now. As you can see, we're actually at a park today because, as Felipe would say,
the truck is down.
It's the food truck life. So for all of you potential food truck owners, you need to kind of pay attention to stuff like this. And I'm sure all of you food truck owners, you already know. So, okay, let's just chat, Felipe. So tell me, why the food truck business? Why did you decide to do that?
Why? I decided to do it because I got tired of walking to someone else's beat. I don't like being told what to do, what time to wake up, what time to be here and there on someone else's terms. I'd rather do all of that on my terms. So I have to be up at 5:30 to go do lunch somewhere, like, let's say Clear Lake. I'd rather do that because I know it's for me versus my boss.
Gotcha.
So that's one of the main reasons why I got into the food truck life. And it's been good so far. The only problem I have is staying up late prepping and having to wake up 4 hours later.
Ah, okay. So what is the name of your food truck now? Hold on, before you tell me, yo hablo muy poquito español, okay?
Yo hablo nada.
You speak none?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay, so I think how to pronounce your food truck is El Guajillo.
Wrong.
Okay.
El Guajillo.
Ah, El Guajillo. You corrected me. Gracias, papa. So, Felipe, tell me, okay, so I know I have not had a chance to taste your food, and I was supposed to taste it today, guys, but again, hashtag food truck life, it happens. So what are your dishes? Like, tell me what's on your menu.
Okay, so what we serve is our signature sandwich. It's a bombazo. We take our bread, we sear it in a red Guajillo sauce, and then we put chorizo potato inside with lettuce, queso fresco, crema, and pickled veg. And it is spicy, very spicy, only because of the pickled veg. The rest of the sandwich, it's not spicy.
Okay, and this Guajillo sauce, what is that? Like,
Guajillo, basically a dried chili pepper that they use in Mexico.
Okay.
It is the main ingredient for a lot of dishes. For instance, enchiladas, pambazos, and then there's also other dishes that use guajillo in different ways. I guess some for flavor, some for color, some just for like 100% guajillo taste.
Our camera lady, she loved it. She's giving him the thumbs up. Okay, so how did you choose that? Like, how did you choose your menu?
How did I choose my menu? Well, I don't know, y'all might have seen that movie Chef. He, just like me, got tired of working for someone, got into the food truck business, but he decided to go back to his roots, go back home. And that's where we went with the food truck. We went back home, we went back to our roots. And not only that, it helped us because Houston has a lot of Tex-Mex.
Right.
And our food is not Tex-Mex in any way whatsoever. We don't have pico de gallo, we don't have guacamole, we don't have American cheese, cheddar cheese, jack cheese. We use stuff like queso Oaxaca, crema, of course, cilantro, your onions, and then pambazo. You don't really find that in a Tex-Mex restaurant.
Okay.
And your enchiladas are mainly like chili gravy. We don't have that. We have our guajillo sauce for that. And then our mole, all spice, no sweetness, no chocolate. And those are some of the things that far sets us from what you get here in Houston.
I like that, okay.
On like every other corner, Okay. There's a lot of Mexican food here.
You're right, and you know what? As you say that, Felipe, I'll be honest. I am Tex-Mex queen. I really, really am. And I like Cali Mex too. And it's so funny. I had a friend who came to visit me when I was living in Dallas, and he's living in San Diego at the time.
Okay.
Had never had chips and queso. So So when he came to Dallas and we ate it, and he goes back to California, he goes back to San Diego, and he asked for chips and queso at the restaurant. So I didn't realize that Cali Mex was so different. So they literally are like, you want chips and queso? They bring him back chips and a bowl of cheese.
Oh my
so
God.
it just shows the difference. But I like your menu because I've never heard of any of that. I feel like I've been to majority of the Mexican restaurants here. I prefer mom and pops, but I've never heard of any of those things. So I'm so sad that I can't taste it today, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, very soon. Like our enchiladas, we put queso fresco inside.
Oh.
Most people do jack cheese.
Right.
So it's melty.
Queso fresco, yum.
But yeah, we do queso fresco, and then we top it with lettuce, more queso fresco, crema, and pickled vegetables.
So I really have to know this, especially as a small business owner myself. What's the days like today? And you had a busy day planned.
I did. I still do.
Still do, okay.
Still do. Hopefully the truck gets done. The truck is in the shop. The thing about this business, anything can happen at any time. And you gotta be ready for it, even if you think you are 100%. I was on my way to a gig, second week of business, and my wheel popped off on the freeway. I spent maybe $400 to stock up, and I saw no return, and instead it all went into the garbage.
Wow.
Reason being, the wheel was off, the truck was leaning, wasn't safe to walk up on the truck and take all my stuff off. I had to wait 5 hours later till it was fixed, and I wasn't able to get to the power source and the refrigerators to connect them because they were afraid that the truck was going to fall over because all the weight was on the side of the wheel that popped off. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So with all of that stuff happening, like, how do you stay motivated? How do you keep going when those things happen?
Well, I mean, let me be real here.
Be honest.
This is do or die. I gotta make it work. I gotta push through it. I have no choice. So that's the biggest motivation there. Not only that, people will compliment the food. People will say, this is awesome, this is great, this reminds me of this reminds me of that. And those are also little things that make you want to keep doing that because you're building a brand at that point.
Absolutely.
So once you started building that brand, it's like, why stop? Just keep on going. Life has its bumps on the roads. Well, the food truck definitely has its bumps on the roads. And you will hit them. You will.
So if I remember correctly, when we first started talking, you had already talked to some food trucks. You had already had to know about the industry, right?
Yes.
Tell me, what's something that you didn't expect, that no one prefaced you for, you had no idea that this may happen? Anything in particular?
I would say the biggest thing was your wheels.
Your wheels? What about your wheels?
No one told me make sure your wheels are good at all times. Now I have to make sure my wheels are good at all times. I was driving on the road with 4 busted tires and I had no idea.
But it's just like a vehicle though, right? It's just like a...
Not just like a vehicle. It's a little bit more than just a vehicle.
Okay.
A lot can go wrong. Like the other day, I put gasoline in a diesel truck. Yeah, I was supposed to go to Yellow Rose Distillery. That got canceled as soon as I got there. Nothing cranked on. My generator runs with my gas line, and the wrong gas was in there, so therefore there goes a gig.
Wow. But you know what? You seem like you still love it. When I talk to you, you still have a passion for this. You never mentioned the bad things until today, so you really love what you do.
Yeah. Like I said, that feedback is what really motivates us. One of the big motivators, for instance, this guy, he ordered a pambazo, and right off the bat, he's like, what, you have pambazos? Why? Because they're hard to find, and when you find them, they're not, I guess, the best? I don't know. This is what they tell me.
Hey, that's good stuff.
The guy ate it, and right off the bat, he said, this reminds me of how my mom used to make them.
Nice.
Keyword used to make them. He bought 4 more after that. That's motivating. It's like, what? That's a bold statement. Our food is as good as your mom's, and most people like to say, nothing beats mom's cooking.
Absolutely. So that's a compliment. That's a big compliment.
A big compliment.
So that means you can pretty much find home-cooked food on your food truck.
Right.
That's nice. That's nice.
And then speaking of which, last night we had some guys come in, and they also said this is like home style cooking. Like this reminds us of what we eat at my house with my family when they get together. And another guy, he tried our mole yesterday. He even went as far as saying the best mole, maybe even in Texas. I doubt it. But hey,
Doubt
take
it?
it. I'll take it, you know?
That's right.
Because it was mullets. Mexico, cuisine's different all over. Mole is different all over. It's one of those things where it's like, if you like our mole, it's like, it's awesome.
See, and I don't think people realize how important passion is. Like people they look at the food truck industry, and granted, I don't have a food truck, but I have a small business, a marketing business. So people see the food truck industry and I get calls, oh, this looks like so much fun. Fun is great, but fun doesn't last forever. Like there are ups and downs. So I'm glad that you shared your story. And before we go, I want to know if you had one piece of advice for someone who wants to own a food truck, what would you tell them?
Do not pay up more than what you need to in advance. Set up your contract with progress. I'll give you X amount once this is done. I'll give you X amount when that is done. I messed up and gave like 20% down, then I came back a week later and gave another 10%, and then 2 weeks later gave another 20%, and there was no progress.
And what was this? This is for the
for the food truck.
For the food truck, for the build out.
I pretty much paid it all off before I even got it. And I'm still $5,000 from paying it fully because I don't have a title from my building.
Wow.
And I got the truck in February and we were sitting in May.
Wow.
So don't pay more, don't pay too much in advance.
Gotcha. All right, so you guys, you've heard it live from Mr. Felipe himself. He is here in Houston, Texas. Felipe, where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at @elguajillo_HTX or search us on Facebook at El Guajillo Food Truck and Twitter at @L_Guajillo.
Alright, so make sure you follow me on Instagram at The Food Truck Lady. I will be tasting some of El Guajillo's food and I'll be sure to keep you guys posted on what I really think. Stay tuned, guys.